Okay, y'all, shalom, shalom, shalom. I want to give a major shout out once again to everybody who was going over the high holy days, man. I hope you guys, was able to do it. Once again, we are practicing the righteous laws, y'all, as much as possible. So I really do hope that you guys had a chance to really get a chance to do it. And shout outs to the elders, shout outs to the urban community. It's all over. Shout outs to decent family and friends that's out there. All the loved ones in this critical time. So right now, what we're seeing in the situation we heard, it's got confirmation, that the YouTube consultant, all right, if I'm saying that right, Mr. Kevin Samuels, all right, has passed away, all right. So before, it's a lot of YouTubers that's out right now. A lot of these guys, they're coming from classes. Some of these guys are agents, y'all, because they're just starting to pop up randomly. And then they're popping up and they have like a thing. I say that they got to be working for somebody, or they come from like a big school, which allegedly he was a part of a fraternity, which we do know that goes back into different lodges of Masonic oaths and things of that nature. So a lot of these people, once again, I do believe when you do your research, a lot of these guys are paid off, and a lot of these guys is what you call juiced in. You know what I mean? They're working for someone on a higher pedestal that's giving them the platform, the means, and the money to brand it and market it. And it's all, a state situation for an agenda. And even if this brother started out, basically just, this was his, his plan, his goal was to, I guess, put the alpha spirit, they call it, on a male, and, pretty much discusses certain things about, some uncomfortable topics based on in statements based on women, which we do know once again that anytime you seem to check the black woman, it's attacking and it's everything else. So we have seen the man's character really go through a lot. Really go through a lot. Literally, that's what it takes. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna drag you. If you're not simping and clapping it up for it, pretty much, you're gonna get looked at really, really crazy. So once again, in the situation, I do think the brother might have been paid off or compromised, what they say, because he went from having I think about 40,000 to 60,000 subscribers, and shot smooth up to roughly into the millions. You know what I mean? So he has gotten really, really popular. He went viral on a couple social media platforms such as WorldStar and everything else out there that you guys are probably familiar with. And he also recently, before his passing, I did, see things here and there that he was messing around with a bunch of starting to be in the limelight of these celebrities, all right? Some rappers, some athletes, and I'm saying, wait a minute, hold up, I already start seeing them taking off. A lot of times when they take off, does not always mean that you're sold out, guys, but, sometimes, they will come to you and pressure you and try to, compromise you. Things of that nature, all right? If he wasn't already set up into an agreement to being what he's doing of causing what some people say confusion, you know what I mean? And I do say in the fact of the matter that not everything that this guy said is based on truth, but some of the things I do agree with Mr. Kevin Samuels, and any brother or sister that speaks on the behalf of one point I'll make, do agree to with Mr. Kevin Samuels was about the feminist movement, things of that nature, which, if you men and women get the understanding, the feminist movement was started from a white woman, all right, a European woman, which I always say in the fact of the matter that a lot of these other races seem to start something up for us and, get things started, and it's always a hidden agenda behind it, all right? The feminist movement was there to divide the man and the woman from the household, is what you see, and also entitle women. That's what's going on. So if you do touch on that too much, we see that we see the energy switches really quickly. As soon as you touch on that topic, you already have women, breaking down and crying. I would say really just crying. All right. So like I said, this guy started doing what he was doing. And then, he's on to that level. He's dealing with celebrities now. So I kind of knew more and more. I said, he's definitely been gotten to. And majority of the time when you sign these contracts or whatever to do business with some of these people, there's a price to pay with some of this nonsense, all right? I tell men and women all the time that the only way that you can kind of make it is spiritually, within truth, The Most High does say in the scriptures that, us as a nation of people, you so-called Negroes, Latino descendant, you would have to go to your oppressor and your enemies, right? To be able to buy and sell, and going back as a segue, tying back into the feminist movement, and also all the Planned Parenthood, Black Lives Matter movement was all funded majority by European folks, all right, and put different agendas out there and let the so-called Negro man and Negro woman think that they were the captain in a situation, right, in this position. And once again, they end up fucking shitting on us all right, because they're not backed by truth. That's their job to do. A lot of these people are in it for the money, all right. They had the woman from Black Lives Matter came out and literally went and bought $1 million house, off of the donation money. I mean, we've seen this several times with pastors. I mean, we've seen it so many times, y'all. What you're seeing right now is pretty much the targeting of black celebrities. Once again, a lot of blood sucking amongst the black celebrities, and not just black celebrities, the male celebrities even more. We've seen this happen with Jamie Foxx. Someone jumped on stage with him with a gun. We had this week as well, Dave Chappelle at his show, someone ran on stage. Now, when you're seeing that clip, once again, a lot of this stuff is staged. It's a black and red stage, kind of eerie, creepy type of stage Dave Chappelle is performing on, all right, or giving his speech or whatever he's doing. And then, once again, someone just runs out of the crowd. That's all we've seen. They don't have too much footage. I don't know if they have too much footage on it, but it's bogus. You can actually see somebody, you can hear somebody closely if you listen to it. They said, that fall looks fake pretty much. I don't know directly in that term, but, pretty much saying that, this shit looks fake. All right, and it's a dead shot giveaway. I mean, you had people falling around, sliding on stage and everything. And once again, y'all, these people are actors. They get paid to act, y'all. All right, all these people have a job to fulfill. Like I said before, the biggest thing is podcasting. You got hoes podcasting, with their bonnets on. All right, from off their cell phones or whatever they're doing. All right, but at the end of the day, once again, it's like a nose, most likely. Everyone has one. You get me? But this is what they're doing. Once again, there's going to be a lot more sacrifices that's going on. I mean, there's been so much nonsense going on, y'all. The Will Smith situation, all right, with Chris Rock, very staged and fake. You can look right through it. Some people beg to differ. But I believe, once again, it is staged and fake because they're pushing their agenda. And this is Hollywood. Once again, the Oscars was garbage. All right, you didn't see too many blacks involved with the Oscars in general, because the Oscars wasn't really for blacks in general. You go back researching history, there was a time that blacks wasn't able to perform or even come to the Oscars. All right, it was always mostly like a white thing. Many more running up on stages, humiliating each other, and the man is using the powers that be to get your people to do it. All right, and this is also starting up a thing between man and female, and things of that nature. Which is, at the end of the day, it is a war that's going on. I think they had souped it up more with the feminist movement. All right, and different agents that get in between to do what they do to divide the black race even more. But this is an issue that we've been having way before Kevin Samuels, that man and woman, as far as the black community, have been having a hard time to win our women back over because of the feminist movement and because of certain resources and certain people with high power and positions of authority has put this great confusion out here. All right, so what you men and women need to understand first is, to understand yourself, your race, you must identify yourself and go back to the scriptures and truth. All right? Till next time, y'all. That's our time. Shalom and rest in peace to Kevin Samuels.